Lego fans, and welcome back to MV Bricks. My name is Maya, and today we are going to be looking at my third build of historical places in my area. This is also going to be on display at the Dundas Museum starting March 10th alongside a couple other builds, so if you've missed those videos I will link them now if you'd like to check them out. Today's build is of the Dundas Peak, which is a very beautiful spot. There is a hiking trail that goes by a couple of waterfalls and leads all the way up to the top of the escarpment, and there is a lovely view over the town. This is a very nice spot to visit in the fall, so I have chosen the autumn colors to fill out the trees. And in the front here we also have the old train station that is no longer there. So without further ado, let's take a closer look at this build. This build was right up my alley with being able to create the beautiful landscape and all the foliage. I started off building the old train station that was originally built in 1864, but was then rebuilt in 1910, which is the version we see here. This is smaller than minifig scale and is closer to the scale of the microfigures LEGO produces. The main building is white with lots of dark green accents and a checkered pattern near the roof. There were large windows, so I opted to use the regularly scaled windows in there, and then just scaled down the doors using some brown tiles. The roof was complicated, so I swapped out the dark green color for the black, as I knew I would get the design perfect using these 45-degree slope elements. A long wooden platform runs the length of the train station, and I've used the dark tan color to distinguish from the dirt ground around it. A double train track stops by the station before curving around the escarpment. I used mostly brown for the landscaping in this area, still using my usual landscaping texture technique. This leads to a more dark tan color as we reach the bottom of the escarpment, some brown still interspersed as we elevate the build. In 1934, there was a terrible train crash and derailment at this site, causing this to be known as quite the haunted place in the area, and is even included on ghost walks and tours. I have played into this a little bit using a white microfigure here, hiding nearby the train station. Moving along, I built up this large escarpment, which is a popular hiking spot in the area. There are two large waterfalls connected to this hiking path, although they are located on the other side, so I did not include them in this build. The foliage was fairly easy to incorporate in once I had the mountain built, which was mainly constructed using a lot of dark tan burp pieces, although it was quite time consuming. I used a lot of different warm colors to give a lot of variety, and I added in some sand green and olive green to represent the trees that had not started to change their colors for the season. I attached them using reddish brown and dark brown elephant tail pieces. There is an opening at the top of the escarpment where the lookout point is. I have been here many times, and here is a photo taken of myself looking over the town, although it was during the springtime, so the trees were mostly green. This is a very beautiful and popular spot that I always recommend checking out if you're in the area, and I'm so proud to add this to the Dundas Museum display. And that covers everything for this build of the Dundas Peak. If you like this video, be sure to leave a like and a comment below, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button to see more. If you want to see this build in person, it will be on display at the Dundas Museum alongside a couple other of my builds starting March 10th, so if you're in the area, be sure to go down and check it out. Thanks so much for checking out this video today, guys, and until next time, keep on building.